this is Ricardo and welcome to another blog tech tips. So guys, for today we'll actually look at how to fix the issue we're having blurry and out of focus camera on the Samsung Galaxy S8 or S9. So if for some reason the camera is taking less than ideal pictures and your photos are coming out blurry, or you're just seeing blur on the lens while viewing through the viewfinder, I'm just going to show you things you can actually do to improve the picture quality and get rid of the blur. So guys, if you're having any such issue as described here, just stay tuned as I show you what to do. Alright, so the first thing I do, guys, is in case you're having blurry and out of focus pictures, is the most obvious thing to try is that you're just going to go ahead and actually clean the lens of your camera. So you can actually get a piece of lint-free material. A piece of microfiber cloth would be best, and actually clean off the lens. So what you're going to do is just clean or polish the lens until the lens is clean and you're not seeing any scuff or fingerprint marks. Now Samsung has done a great job of trying to warn you whenever the lens is smudged, and it will have a on-screen warning that will actually come up telling you that the lens is actually smudged. However, this is not always in every case, as in some cases it's actually smudged, but it has not been detected by the software in your device. So guys, just go ahead and actually try cleaning the lens and then try taking pictures afresh. And that is the first tip. Okay, and before I forget, guys, just make sure that autofocus is on. And autofocus is a feature that basically allows the camera to focus better on a subject that you want it to highlight in the pictures. So in order to find that, just simply go to settings, just to check the settings. It might be on already. Basically just scroll through and you'll see where it says tracking autofocus. As you see, mine is off. Just make sure you enable tracking autofocus. Notice I've turned it on, and I'm just going to go back. And once I'm here, guys, you'll notice that automatically once there's a main subject in the picture, you should see a circular icon. If it doesn't appear, guys, to improve your picture quality with focus, just simply tap the subject. You notice that it's tracking the subject, and as soon as I turn, it's make sure that this section is actually always in focus. If I want, I could have it focus on the text, and if I just tap the text there, notice that it's still focused on the text despite moving things back and forth. So this is a good feature to turn on. If it doesn't automatically focus, as you see with the circle, you just stop and notice it tracks the image and improves picture quality. So if I just go ahead now and just snap the picture, if you look at the picture itself, you'll notice that the picture is quite crisp and in focus. Alright guys, so just make sure that you use the tracking autofocus, as it might help to in some situations, not all. Next guys, if that did not work, what you're going to do is you're going to check for software updates for everything on your phone, starting with the software. The reason for doing this, guys, is because in some cases software on your phone might be outdated and your camera might use some of these software and they're affecting the functionality of the camera. So let's go ahead and launch Google Play. Once you're in Google Play, and you should start out on the home section. So what you're going to do is go click on the menu in the upper left. Once you do that, guys, you're going to go to My Apps and Games. Once you're in My Apps and Games, just go ahead and search for updates. It should auto scan. If not, you can say check for updates by hitting the refresh button. It should be down here and you can check. As you can see, I have an update for Twitter, and as I said, you don't know what might be affecting the camera, so just go ahead and update all apps. Alright, once you do that, guys, you can do the same for the Samsung apps. So what you can do is go ahead again and go in here and go for Galaxy apps. Once you're in Galaxy apps, just go ahead, as I said, and update anything including the software and check for all updates on your device itself. And just go ahead and update. And as you can see here, it's updating the app. And then I'm just going to check for updates on the app itself. Alright, so once the app is updated, just go ahead and click on the menu up here in the Samsung apps and just go to My Apps and look for updates. As you can see, I have 7 updates here. You're just going to go through. There might be updates for the camera itself and other apps, so just go ahead and update everything. You can just hit update all and it should run through and update everything. Now as soon as that's finished, guys, the next thing you can do is to update the phone itself. So just go down to settings, go down, you can go to software updates as you're seeing here and just check, and just go ahead and manually check for updates. And just give it a few minutes. It should pop up after a while after checking for updates, and you see it's checking. and you might get various stability updates. If not, as you can see, mine is already patched and up to the latest version, so I don't have to worry. So I have all the patches including for updates of the camera, stability, and so on. So, and of course guys, that's it for updates. So if all software is updated, you can go ahead and reboot your phone and try to see if the camera has improved in its ability to focus and take better pictures. Next guys, we're going to try to clear the camera back to default. So if you see here, there are two ways to go about this. The first you want to try guys is just launch the camera, and of course if you go into the context menu of the camera by going into settings as seen here, and if we hit settings, you should see that there are a number of settings you can modify. Sometimes you modify these so much that it can mess with the functionality of the camera. So a cool thing to do guys every now and again is to go there and hit reset settings. What it's going to do guys, once you select it, is reset the camera settings back to their defaults. So that might be able to fix it for some of you. Another way to go about doing this, and you can try this separately, is to clear the cache for the cameras. Just go to settings, you're going to go down to what's this, apps, and once you're in apps, just going to wait until it's loaded. And then once you're here to search for the camera, it's organized alphabetically. So I'm just going to search for my camera. As you can see there, it says camera right here. I'm just going to tap camera. And once you're in here, just go to storage. Once in storage guys, I'm going to go ahead and clear cache and clear data. I don't want to do this right now, but you do get the idea. Don't worry, it will not delete any of your pictures or any of your data. So let's go ahead and clear cache or clear data. And that should with itself give the camera a refresh. And that in most cases again should fix a variety of issues, including those that you might be having with blurry camera or blurry pictures being taken or things being out of focus, as the camera will be given a fresh restart. All right, next guys, if that doesn't work, next thing you're gonna actually try is, again guys, if that didn't work, the next thing you're gonna actually try is to boot into a recovery mode or Android recovery. And once you're in Android recovery guys, what you're gonna do is you're gonna try to clear the cache of or the cache partition of your entire device. I have a separate video that shows you how to do that, so I won't go back into showing you how to do that in this video. But what I'm going to do is I'll link it on screen, so just look out for a pop-up notification right around here that should appear on screen somewhere over here, or I'll also put it down into the description. You can actually click on it and we're taking over to another video which will go through the steps of explaining what you're supposed to do to clear the cache partition. And of course, if all of this fails guys, final thing you can actually try is you can actually go about resetting your device. Before that, I advise that you back up your device, and then of course you're going to reset your device. And in order to do that guys, I'll have a separate video on that as well, so I'll link to it up here again and down in the description, where you can figure out how to reset your device after backing it up. If all else fails and the problem is still there or so severe that's affecting your ability to take pictures, it might be a hardware issue and you might have to actually get your device looked at or replaced. Alright guys, so this is Ricardo from Blog Tech Tips, going through all the things you can actually try in order to get your device functioning as it should in the camera for getting rid of blur and out of focus pictures and so on that you might be having with your camera. Alright guys, so this is Ricardo from Blog Tech Tips, and bye until next time guys. Bye.